Hello students, welcome once again in your biology class. We are discussing about human male reproductive system. In the previous video, we discussed about the internal structure of the testis. Now let's see about some more parts of the male reproductive system. As we already discussed that testis, which formed by the seminiferous tubules were present in the testis, and this ovular structure testis, it opens in the next part of the reproductive system, that is epididymis. So here we have seen that seminiferous tubules commonly form retted testis. हम प्रीवियस वीडियो में देख चुके हैं, आप एक बार फिर से वो वीडियो को देख सकते हैं. वहां पे जाके आपको फिर से याद आएगा कि seminiferous tubules are combinedly they are forming a network like structure, that is retted testis, and retted testis combinedly form vasa efferentia. Vasa efferentia is forming, and then this vasa efferentia is opening. वासा एफ्रेंशिया जो होती है वो ओपन होती है एक लॉन्ग इलोंगेटेड कॉन्वोलेटेड स्ट्रक्चर के अंदर. सो दिस इज द नेक्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ द मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम व्हिच इज कॉन्वोलेटेड एंड लॉन्ग स्ट्रक्चर, बट वी आर नॉट ड्रॉइंग इट कॉन्वोलेटेड. ये कॉन्वोलेटेड होता है बट हम यहाँ पे स्ट्रेट बना रहे हैं सो दैट वी कैन इजिली अंडरस्टैंड द डिफरेंट पार्ट ऑफ द स्ट्रक्चर. दिस लॉन्ग कॉन्वोलेटेड स्ट्रक्चर इज नोन एज एपिडिडाइमस. इसका नाम है, स्ट्रक्चर का नाम है एपिडिडाइमस. दैट ऑलरेडी वी टॉक्ड अबाउट इट कि एपिडाइमस टेस्टिस के साथ प्रेजेंट होता है, बट इट ऑलवेज प्रेजेंट पोस्टीरियर टू द टेस्टिस, के पोस्टीरियर या पीछे की तरफ प्रेजेंट होता है. और हम इसे फ्रंट से अगर टेस्टिस का डायग्राम बना रहे हैं देन वी आर नॉट एबल टू सी द एपिडिडाइमस. सो दिस पार्ट ऑफ द रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम इज एपिडिडाइमस. दिस एपिडिडाइमस इज अ लॉन्ग स्ट्रक्चर which is almost 6 feet long structure, but it has 3 parts. It is divided into 3 parts. That upper part is known as head. ऊपर वाले part को हम बोलते हैं head, और another name which we can use for it is a caput epididymis. That is caput epididymis. This is the upper part or head part, caput epididymis. Second, the middle part is known as body, that is corpus epididymis, and the lowermost part, सबसे नीचे वाला ये जो part है, that is known as cauda epididymis. That lower part is tail part. We can call it tail part or cauda epididymis. So this is cauda epididymis. So here we have seen the 3 parts of the epididymis. Upper part is head or caput epididymis. Second, middle part is the body or corpus epididymis, and the lower part is known as tail or cauda epididymis. They have some another name also, like the head part, the caput epididymis, is also known as globus major. Globus major. The body part is known as globus normal, and the tail part is known as globus minor. So these are the some another name. You need not to be remembered it, but you keep remember that caput epididymis, corpus epididymis, and the lower part is cauda epididymis. This is the lower part of the epididymis. From there, at the tail part, यहाँ पे जो tail part है, from the tail part of the epididymis, it joins with the next duct of the male reproductive system, that is vas deferens. It joins with the next duct, that is vas deferens, or we can call it vasa differentia. दोनों ही नाम मिल सकते हैं आपको, vasa differentia. So हम कह रहे हैं कि टेस्टिस के अंदर स्पर्म का फॉर्मेशन होगा. After formation of the sperms, these sperms are carried by the retted testis to vasa efferentia, and then vasa efferentia transfers these sperms to the epididymis. From in the epididymis they will move from head to tail. हेड से लेके टेल तक मूव होते हैं. रीजन क्या है एपिडिडाइमस के अंदर स्पर्म्स को ट्रांसफर करने का? द रीजन इज दैट the sperms which are formed in the testis part, they are not physiological mature. So in the epididymis part, this epididymis stores the sperms for at least 18 to 24 hours. यहाँ पे स्पर्म्स का स्टोरेज होता है फॉर 18 to 24 आवर. इतने घंटे के लिए स्पर्म्स इस एपिडिडाइमस पार्ट में स्टोर रहेंगे, एंड हियर दे विल गेट देयर फिजियोलॉजिकल मैच्योरिटी. यहाँ पे वो फिजियोलॉजिकल मैच्योर बनेंगे, एंड देन आफ्टर गेटिंग द मैच्योरिटी दे विल ट्रांसफर थ्रू द वासा एफरेंशिया, वासा एफरेंशिया से ट्रांसफर किए जाएंगे आगे की तरफ. Now here we have understand that part. This part we are not able to draw in the diagram of male reproductive system. हम ये चीज वहां डायग्राम में नहीं दिखा सकते, इसलिए इस चीज को अभी हमने यहाँ पे समझ लिया. Now we will make the diagram of the human male reproductive system and we'll try to understand all the parts of the male reproductive system. But you have to assume or you have to understand that how the sperms are moving from one part to another. So let's see what is human male reproductive system. In the case of human male reproductive system, we can say that sperms are present in a sac-like structure, that is scrotal sac. Sperms, testes जो present है वो किसमें present है? They are present in the scrotal sac. So scrotal sac is a sac-like structure. This sac is present very closer. Means हमने starting में अपने first part में देखा था कि scrotal sac जो होता है is just a thin bag-like structure जिसमें दो पार्ट्स बने हुए हैं. It has two partition and the both testes are present in these two partitions and it was just divided by a septum. यहाँ पे सिर्फ एक septum present है. इतना क्लोजर बना के हम इस डायग्राम को समझ नहीं सकते, इसलिए हमने यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा डिस्टेंस दिखाया है. बट रियली दे आर नॉट सो फार. ये बात आपको ध्यान रखनी होगी, ये इतना दूर नहीं होते हैं. इनके बीच में सिर्फ एक septum है. This is one part of the scrotal sac. This is another part of the scrotal sac. And in the one part we are drawing one testis and inside the another scrotal sac we have another testis. They are very near to each other. So just keep remember it that they are very close to each other. Now let's see what is this. These are the scrotal sacs. So we will draw here. These are the scrotal sacs. And inside the scrotal sac these are the testes. And with the testis, we will draw the epididymis also. This part is the epididymis. Let's make it convoluted so we can understand it easily. This part is epididymis. And from epididymis, the vas difference is formed. Vas difference जो है वो यहाँ से form होगी. That vas difference will form from the tail part of the epididymis. Epididymis के tail part से vas difference. तो थोड़ा सा दूर करते हैं ताकि हम आसानी से ये चीज देख सकें. The vas difference will form from this part, from the tail part of epididymis. Epididymis के tail part से vas difference form होगी and this vas difference will move or we can ascend upward. ये ऊपर की तरफ move करेगी. This is the vas difference which is forming from the tail part of epididymis. This vas difference will move upward and here we know that this scrotal sacs are present outside the abdominal cavity, and for making a connection of this cavity with the abdominal cavity, this scrotal sacs is attached with the abdominal cavity through inguinal canal. So by passing through the inguinal canal, this vas difference will come outside. उसी को क्रॉस inguinal canal से होती हुई ये vas difference जो है ये ऊपर की तरफ जाएगी and it will move towards the abdominal cavity. ये abdominal cavity की तरफ move करेगी and when it enters in the abdominal cavity, it will reach towards the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder तक move करेगी and here it forms a loop-like structure. ये हमें loop जैसी structure दिखाई दे रही है. It will form a loop-like structure. और let's make it like this. From here, it will make a loop-like structure and then it's joined with the urethra. So here in the abdominal cavity, that is the part where the urinary bladder is present. This is our urinary bladder. This is urinary bladder. This is the part where urine is stored. Urinary bladder. And the duct which is present with the urinary bladder is urethra. यहाँ पे हमारी present रहेगी urethra. Here urethra is present. We have to make it little bit far. तो थोड़ा सा इधर करते हैं. Okay, this is urethra. Which the urethra is a duct which carrying urine and it comes out from the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder से urine carry करते हुए जो duct आ रही है उसका नाम होता है urethra. So this is urethra. Now let's see what happens there. Here from outside epididymis, from the tail part of the epididymis, the vas difference is formed. So we can write the name of it. That is vas differentia or vas difference. this vas deferentia will move upward through inguinal canal and it will reach to the abdominal cavity. And in the abdominal cavity, it will make a loop-like structure and come lower side, नीचे की तरफ फिर से आएगी, and then it joins the urethra. इधर आके नीचे की तरफ टर्न लेते हुए ये urethra के साथ join हो जाती है. It will make a connection with the urethra. Here it is making a connection with the urethra. So we have to make two vas deferens. One is coming from this testis and another one is coming from this testis. So we can draw the two vas deferens which are coming from the different testis. If you can draw that is okay. Otherwise, one is enough. That much you can draw, but one is enough. We are taking just one part. That same part is present here also. So one urethra, one vas deferens will come from that part also. Okay, now let's see what happens next. When this vas deferens will join to that urethra part, this is the urethra part and vas deferens is joining the urethra. Now, here the urine is carried out. This is the urinary bladder where urine is stored. ये urinary bladder है जहाँ पे urine store हो रहा है और इस urinary bladder से urine urethra के अंदर pass हो रहा है. यहाँ से urine pass हो रहा है. So this duct is carrying urine, and when the vas deferens joins with the urethra, that something that is coming from the testis, यहाँ testis से होता हुआ vas deferens से जो चीज आ रही है, that sperm that are forming from inside the testis, the vas deferens is carrying the sperms. So ये जो sperm आ रही है, ये sperm भी इस रास्ते से होके आगे travel करेंगे. When vas deferens joins the urethra, then urethra is known as urinogenital tract. Now we can call it, this is the urethra. But when vas deferens join with the urethra, now we can call it urinogenital tract. So it will call as urinogenital tract because it's carrying two things. One is urine, that's why we have written as urino, and second thing is genital because it's carrying the genetic material. That is means genetic material means it's carrying the male gametes. It's carrying the male gametes. It's carrying two things, urine and male gametes, sperms. That's why now that tract is known as urinogenital tract. Now let's see what more will we have to see here. When vas deferens will join to the urethra, before it joins to the urethra, ये urethra को join करे उससे पहले vas deferens यहाँ पे एक structure form कर दिया. It's form an ampulla like structure, means it's form a means it's just form a structure that it like इस तरीके से एक उभार सा यहाँ पे form होगा. It's form a bulgous part, and that bulgous part is known as ampulla. From the ampulla, here the one tubular gland, that is the seminal vesicle, which will join by this vas deferens. यहाँ पे ये जो structure है, that is the vas deferens which will join this vas deferens. So let's see what is happening there. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, यहाँ पे जब vas deferens ऊपर की तरफ टर्न लेके वापस नीचे आती है, जैसे ही नीचे आती है यहाँ पे seminal vesicles, these are the glands which are known as seminal vesicles. These are the tubular glands which opens in the vas deferens. So they are opening in the vas deferens. ये vas deferens के अंदर open हो जाती है. They will open in the vas deferens. So we can say they are pouring their secretion inside the vas deferens. These are seminal vesicles which are pouring their secretion in the vas deferens. When seminal vesicles joins with the vas deferens, now we will call it ejaculatory duct. Ejaculatory duct. Sorry. Now we will call it ejaculatory duct. So let's see what happened. Vas deferens will come and it reach to the abdominal cavity. It will form a loop-like structure and then it join the urethra. Here, when it joins the urethra, we will call it urinogenital tract. But before it joins the urethra, इससे पहले कि urethra को join करे, one gland, that is seminal vesicle, this gland will open its secretion. It means it's open its ducts inside the vas deferens. When it opens its ducts in the vas deferens, we will call it ejaculatory duct. So here we are calling it now ejaculatory duct. So we can say that ejaculatory duct is opening in the urinogenital tract. Now let's see. This urinogenital tract is covered by This is a duct or is duct which carrying urine and sperm. This duct is which covered by a structure, muscular structure, that is the external genitalia of the male, and that structure is known as penis. This is known as penis, and this urinogenital tract is opening through this structure, that is penis. This is the external genitalia of the male. This is penis, and inside the penis the duct is carrying, which is open outside through the penis, and here this is urinogenital tract. But one more thing we need to know, at that place, ये जो place हम यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं, this is not like that. यहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं होता. This place is covered by a one more gland, a long, big donut-shaped gland is present here, and this gland, the name of this gland is prostate gland. So that part of the urinary urethra is covered by a long, big gland, and that gland is known as prostate gland. And the penis building from here. This gland is prostate gland. The name of this gland is prostate gland. It's very important gland. जब तक ये gland present है तब तक ये वाला part हम यहाँ से visible नहीं हो सकता. If the prostate gland is removed surgically, then we can see the part normally. Means we can see the urethra. So this is the prostate gland which is present here. And this is the part, long erectile part, that is known as external genitalia in the case of male. This penis is covered by a structure at its tip. The tip part is known as, the tip part of the penis is known as glans penis. Glans penis. This is the name that we use for the tip part, glans penis. And at the tip it has a loose folds of skin. At the tip of the penis it has loose infold of the skin, and that is known as foreskin. उसे कहा जाता है foreskin or prepuce. Prepuce, that is the name which we can use for this part, the loose skin part, that is the penis, which is long external genitalia part of the male reproductive system, and opens through the glans penis, and the skin that is present in foreskin. Here one more type of glands are present at the joining of the penis or at the base of the penis. यहाँ पे भी कुछ glands present रहती है. One pair of the gland is present, and this glands is known as Cowper's glands. The name of these glands are Cowper's glands. So Cowper's glands are present here also. So let's see what we have seen here. The duct, which is vas deferens, is coming out. It reaches to the abdominal cavity. Here it joins the urethra. Before it joins the urethra, seminal vesicles open inside, and then it's called as ejaculatory duct. Ejaculatory duct joins with the urethra, and it forms urinogenital tract. When the urinogenital tract is formed, here one more gland is present, that is prostate gland. And this is the long erectile part of the male reproductive system, that is external genitalia part, which is known as penis. Penis, the tip of the penis is known as glans penis. It is covered by a loose infolds of the skin, that is known as foreskin. If we talk about the internal structure of the penis, जो penis की internal structure की अगर हम बात करते हैं, it formed from the 3 erectile tissues. 3 erectile tissues के combination से penis form होता है. The 2 posterior tissues. This is the internal structure of the penis. The 2 posterior tissues are known as corpora cavernosa. Corpora cavernosa. The posterior 2 tissues that is present at the posterior side is known as corpora cavernosa, and that anterior tissue जो कि आगे की तरफ present रहेगा, that anterior tissue is known as corpus spongiosum. Corpus spongiosum. Here we will write the name corpus spongiosum. So this is the internal structure. It's formed from the 3 type of tissues, 3 erectile tissues. 2 that are present at the posterior part are known as corpora cavernosa, and 1 anterior tissue is known as corpus spongiosum. So that's all about the male reproductive system. What important part we have seen here? We have seen first important primary sex organ, that is the testis. Testis joins with the epididymis, and that epididymis through epididymis, sperms are carried out by the ducts, that is vas deferens. Vas deferens will join to the urinogenital tract or urethra. It will join to the urethra, and this urinogenital tract is covered by a muscular structure, long erectile muscular structure, that is penis, and it is the site where the urine and the sperms comes outside. This is the part by which the male gametes are inseminated inside the female reproductive tract. So this is all about the male reproductive system and its different parts. In the next video, we will discuss about some important functions of these glands which we discussed here, like seminal vesicles, prostate glands, and Cowper's glands. These are also very important. So we will discuss about the functions of these important glands. Keep watching, keep studying, and keep learning. Thank you.